Please hang up and try again.
Hello, welcome back to Friday Failures. Today is September 24th, 2021. This week's failure has to do with a closing cost credit not being reflected on a closing statement. So essentially, closing cost credit was agreed upon, did not make it onto the closing statement because that documentation did not make it to escrow. And thus we have closed escrow. Buyers and sellers have signed off on the closing statement, and after the fact, it was brought to the attention that that credit was not allocated for and dispersed properly. So we have avenues that we're going to have to make this right, but the ultimate lesson for me in this is just to be very, very diligent about each and every aspect of the transaction, even when we're in the 11th hour, 2 days before closing, 1 day before closing, that final documentation. Now, I'm typically very diligent when it's something specifically affecting my client, and it kind of is, but at the same time, it's the buyer's credit, and we would want the buyer to make sure that's allocated for. But ultimately, it's just an additional hurdle that we're going to have to get through even after closing escrow. So I just want to be really cognizant and diligent about reviewing all those documentations. So again, take that as a failure on my part, but ultimately my seller isn't too affected by this scenario. So that's this week's failure. Hope you're well. Have a good day.